All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, and Chakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and as well as the men that taught them, and peace and blessings to all Yoakim out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe in the gospel. And it's the brother Quara Abad from the GMS Houston camp. And I want to go into another lesson that Lord willing it do be edifying. And it's some, that was on my spirit earlier when I woke up. And it's hitting on prophecy, in which we know prophecy was but is the testimony of our Lord Yahawashi. Because when you really consider what are the important things in life, right? What's more important? And at the end of the day, it all boils down to prophecy. Because this is the one thing, no matter where you live, what nation you come from, man, woman, fat, short, skinny, tall, whatever, right? Prophecy go affect everybody's life, everybody's life. And to say all that to say this is that nobody can deny what the Lord have written within his prophecies, within the scriptures. And one thing that's written that can't be denied, although it's trying to be denied in this time we're living in, is that one, who is Esau Edom? We have to find that out. And now the Lord have sent his spirit down, right? And speaking through the prophets, and we have identified that Esau Edom is a so-called white man, woman, and child. Now, there's been a lot of talks to say Esau already done away with, right? Esau been destroyed, or Esau was dispersed and mingled among the other nations, and the Nabateans destroyed him, right? But according to prophecy, that's not how it's supposed to go down. And that's why we have to rely on prophecy when we are out there on the highways and hedges, when we're doing our lessons, and when we defending the gospel. When Christians come up, vocab come up, because this is the one thing you can't get around. Now, again, saying all that to say this. If we know prophecy is true and it can't be changed, right? If in the Bible it says that the nation of Edom will be the last nation that's going to oppress the Israelites, right? Just think about that. We're going to get some precepts. If the scriptures illustrate that the nation of Edom going to be the last nation to oppress the Israelites, then how can the Edomites be done away with? And see, these are some of the things that got to be asked. See, vocab and Malone and the Christians, they've been having all this time to say what they want to say, but we really have to get straight to it. I don't care about, what you talking about. The law been done away with. We can do what we want. No, let's get into prophecy, things that matter. So if you say the Edomites are destroyed and done away with, how could that be if it's written in prophecy that the Edomites was going to be the last oppressor of the Israelites? We have to talk about this, because who going to be the one to come save the Israelites from captivity, from oppression, from these bodies? Yahawashi. Now, according to prophecy, it's written that Yahawashi was going to come back to an Edomite ruled empire to save his people for the last time. Again, think about that. It said Yahawashi first. Let's put them two together and we're going to get into it. It says that the last oppressor of the Israelites will be the nation of Edom. Right? And Yahawashi, the one who's going to save us from this estate, he was going to come back to an Edomite ruled empire. That's two witnesses right there. So again, the question stands. If Esau is destroyed, then how is it written that the Israelites' last oppressor going to be the Edomites if they already destroyed? And if they already destroyed, then what Edomite empire Yahawashi go come back to? See, when you start asking these questions, there's nowhere to go. Let's get into the scriptures, man. This Lamentations chapter 4. Let's get real quick first. Let's just get 2 and 2. We'll make this quick. We ain't got to be long with it because the scriptures is plain. Let's get 2 and 2. Let's get 2 scriptures to show that the Edomites gonna be the Israelites' last oppressor, right? And then we'll get two scriptures to show that Yahawashi will come back to an Edomite ruled empire. And it can't be changed. I don't care what Apostle Paul said, nor Jew nor Greek, which you're talking about Israelites. But anyway, let's get into it. Lamentations chapter 4. And I'm saying I don't care. I ain't trying to sound like Sakar. I'm just saying that don't trump prophecy. And I ain't talking about Donald. This Lamentations 4 and verse 21. It says, rejoice. Check this out. This is the first two of that Esau got to still be here if they go be the last Israelite oppressors. Lamentations 4 and 21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. So the Lord talking to the Edomites, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The modern Uz is America. It says, the cup also shall pass through unto thee. What's the cup? The same cup we had to drink as Israelites, oppression and captivity, hard times and being at the bottom, the wrath and anger of the Lord. Well, he telling Esau, look, you're going to have to go through that too. Now just watch what it's about to say. Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. So at the time the Lord about to judge Esau, he telling the Israelites, y'all captivity over with now. That ain't it, but that's what he's saying. He gonna say more to solidify this, but that's what he's saying. As he about to judge Esau, get ready, Zion, because y'all done with captivity now. Right? It says, Lamentations 4:21, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity, but he will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Check that out. What is this saying? That when the Lord began to bring the Israelites out of their captivity, then he going to judge the Edomites for what they done. But here's the key thing. It says, and he will no more carry thee away into captivity, O daughter of Zion. Meaning what? Esau is the last oppressor. Once he said was from this Edomite captivity, we no longer going in captivity again. Because why? Yahawashi will change us. We ain't going to ever go off again. So what's going to be the purpose of us going into captivity as a punishment? It ain't. This is the last one. America is the last stop. You see? On the road to the sons of God, getting back to the first statement. Ooh, that's fire. That might be a little topic right there. America is the last stop for the sons of God to get back to their first estate. That's it. You see? That's a thing right there, right? But it says the punishment of our iniquity is going to be done when Esau get judged, and we're going to no longer be brought into captivity again. Now, let's get this real quick. So that's one. That's one to prove Esau can't be done away with, because it said that they was going to be the last oppressor of the Israelites. Let's get another one to support that, because the scriptures do say 2 witnesses, or 3, but we're going to get 2. Now, this 2nd Ezra 6, right? Now, when you go into 2nd Ezra 6, the Lord pretty much telling Ezra, because Ezra had a complaint on why us as Israelites continue to be oppressed, and the heathens, who the Lord didn't love, he spared them and allowed them to live their life. So Ezra had a problem. So he said, Lord, when is it going to be over? When we going to rule and get them blessings that you told us we was going to get? So this is his answer, right? This 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 7. Again, what we hitting on right now. Esau got to be here if he going to be the last oppressor of the Israelites. He have to still be here. They can't be destroyed. And again, there's nowhere in the Bible that say the Nabateans is going to destroy. That's not how I said they was going to be taken out. So that argument don't stand. Bring a precept out. Anyway, 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, this Ezra speaking to the angel, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? Lord, when is shit going to be over with? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Who's the subject matter right here? Jacob, the forefather of the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And Esau, the forefather of the so-called white people, or Caucasians as we would know them today. This is two subject matter. This is how we know time. Just like it's saying Lamentations 4, this is going to be the dividing of times. Let's see what it's going to say. It says, for Esau, the so-called white man, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. This lamb backing off what Lamentations 4 just said. Once Jacob done and finished and accomplished being in captivity, Esau turned to go into captivity, right? But this the thing. Let's jump down, because it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Now I say this. Verse 18, because it's going into Esau world ending. Watch what the Lord say. 2 Ezra 6 and verse 18. And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. Showing us the time of Esau, the Lord coming back during the Edomite rule empire. And he said this, and will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. It says, when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. Think about it. What we started with is going into the end of Esau world. And as it's going, as we read down, it's going to the signs that we're going to see to tell us we're at the end of his world. But it says that once the affliction of Zion is fulfilled, it's going to be during Esau's rulership, man, the end of his world. So that show right there, we're going to get more. We're going to get more. Right? Well, that's just two to show that Esau have to still be here if he the last one to oppress us. Now let me get to the show that Yahawashi is prophesied for him to come back during an Edomite or while the Edomites are ruling. There's Isaiah 63. And it makes sense. It link up. And nobody can deny that. Nobody can deny that. Yahawashi come and save us from the Edomites, which in the same as saving us from all our enemies, all the heathens. But the point is they have to still be here in order for this to happen, in order for prophecy to be fulfilled. Let's get two more. Isaiah 63 and 1. This is Yahawashi coming back while the Edomites ruling. Isaiah 63 and 1, it says, who is this that cometh from Edom? See? Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? So this is the aftermath of the Lord coming back. It says, this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Yahawashi coming back while the Edomites ruling. It says, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel and thy garments like him that treadeth in a wine fat? It says, I have trodden, this Yahawashi speaking. It's asking, why look like you got so much blood on your clothes? Which you're not going to have blood, is just symbolic for how much death you about to bring to this society, man, to this world, to this Edomite empire. And he says, I have trodden a winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I will tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. Check this out. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. So when Yahawashi come back, it's going to be while the Edomites are ruling. So how could they be done away with? These questions have to be asked. Let's get one more. This is Isaiah 34, and it's so much more. So much more. It's Isaiah 34, though. And we're going to get straight to the point. Isaiah 34. And we're going to start at 4 because it's going into World War III, right? And we know Yahawashi will come back during World War III. So it says, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, talking about when those missiles hit. The mushroom clouds. That's what it's describing right here. It says, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a failing fig from off the fig tree, talking about those missiles falling. Check this out. It says, for my sword, those missiles, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. They're going to be shot in the heavens. It says, and behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. Idumea is the Greek way of saying Esau, or Edom, the white man, the Caucasian man, the clean-shaven man with the blonde hair, blue eyes, and a suit. Him. The Lord says his judgment in the last days, the missiles are specifically designed for the Edomites, man. So again, if so, we will keep reading, but if so, How could they be done away with? It says for my Isaiah 34:5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven, and behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. It says the sword of the law is filled with blood. So come on, man. It ain't say the Nabateans was going to judge Esau. It said the law was going to do it. They got to still be here for this to be fulfilled. World War III haven't happened yet. Yahawashi ain't come back yet. You see? So how could they be destroyed already? Come on, man. Come on, man. And it says, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats. Now, it's given animals, but that's symbolic for the people that's going to be here in America, although animals going to be burnt up too when these missiles fall. But the point is that these missiles going to take out not just the militaries of the world, but Esau's empire, his rulership. The Lord naming names, it says, Isaiah 34:5, again, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven, and behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, which is Edom, and upon a people of my curse to judgment. And it says, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys and rams. For the Lord have a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. See, the Lord come and bring death to Esau, man. How could they be done away with? And it says, verse 8, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance. So it's telling us the Lord will come back while the Edomites are ruling. How could they be done away with? It's the question. For it is the day, right? The day Esau gets judged, missiles fall. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. And that's two just quick scriptures to show Esau got to still be here. You know why? Because it says that Esau is going to be the last oppressor of the Israelites. We still in captivity. And it said Yahawashi is going to come back to Edomite rule empire. Well, he ain't come back yet, so Esau still got to be here, man. Can't get around. The Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Chakwadash. And with that, Shalom.